Hi. Welcome, everybody, to Knock Knock Hi with the Glaucomfleckens. I, as usual, am Dr. Glaucomflecken.
I'm Lady Glaucomflecken.
And we are excited that you're here with us today. Today, we are talking to a native Texan. We're excited.
Yeah.
Because I'm a native Texan.
You are.
And you are not a native Texan, but you did grow up in Texas.
I spent a lot of time there, yes.
I grew up outside of Houston, and we'll talk about that in the show today. But Kristen grew up in Dublin, Texas.
We did.
You don't have to say it with an Irish accent like I just tried to do.
Tried to, operative keyword there.
Very much failed to do, but it's a very small town.
It is. It's rural. It's in the dairy country. I guess there's a lot of dairy industry there, or at least there was at the time. I've not been back in, probably 20 years or more. So I don't know what's going on there now.
Best known for Dublin Dr. Pepper.
Yep. At the time.
Do people even know?
Yeah,
at this point?
I think
Still?
so. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been there in over 20 years.
Let us know if you've heard of Dublin Dr. Pepper.
That's right.
It's like an original Dr. Pepper bottling plant.
Well, it's not original.
And they use like the original, like the sugar, like the recipe,
yes,
the original
the recipe is what was special about it. But
and you worked there, didn't you?
No, you think that every single time we talk about it.
We've only been married for like 15 years.
That was my brother. He worked at the soda shop.
Oh, your brother did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I never worked there. But
you got to enjoy all the fun moments of rural life, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And, we talk in this episode some about how, certain things are for some people and not for others. And I am very much a city person that was held captive for my entire childhood in dairy country in central Texas in the middle of nowhere. So, I adapted and I got along just fine, but it wouldn't have been my first choice. And you know very well that I don't like bugs.
Oh yeah.
I have just a huge irrational fear of
I think
any kind of arachnids. Well, you do.
You have legit arachnophobia.
Legit arachnophobia. Yes, like for real.
Which makes our upcoming trip to Australia.
I'm terrified.
Much more fun for you.
I can't even be excited because I'm just worried about the spiders.
And that's partly why I think we love, or at least you love living. I mean, I love it too, but why you love living in Oregon because
far fewer bugs, and the ones that are here are usually pretty tiny and harmless.
Yeah, very few bugs.
Yep,
very few bugs. Little tiny spiders, but nothing.
Yeah,
nothing major.
Right. I still don't even like those tiny ones.
As opposed to Texas.
Yeah, you got like.
What do you got?
Like. Those wolf spiders were very common, and they're like, what? How big is that? Would you say? Like, I don't know, 3 or 4.
You got tarantulas.
Inches. Oh God,
those two.
Flashbulb memory
large
of
roaches.
driving down the road, country roads, dirt roads, right? And there was just giant tarantula right in the middle of it, and I mean, we're talking like larger than a softball size tarantula.
Yeah, I believe it because my mom's side or my mom and dad, both sides of the family are from West Texas.
Yeah.
And so my mom, I think, told a story once about her brother taking like a can of starch.
Yep.
A whole can of starch to a tarantula.
This is a thing little boys would do in Texas.
To a tarantula, like sprayed the whole can of starch on a tarantula and it just froze. I don't know how true that is, but I'd believe it, I guess.
It's like, when you do the magnifying glass and you burn ants, it's kind of one of those. It's in that same ballpark of things to do. And
you had a run in with a scorpion too.
Yeah. By the way, aren't those in the same family as spiders? I feel like they are. They have 8 legs, don't they?
I don't know.
Anyway, somebody could tell us in the comments, but yeah,
entomologists. Help us out.
That's right. Are there any entomologists listening to this medical podcast?
I mean, spiders aren't technically insects. So I don't know what you call a spider specialist or arachnidologist. I don't know.
Who knows? That's something for another time. But yes, I did. I had several run-ins with scorpions out where we lived. I remember one. I must have been, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years old. And there was a scorpion on my carpet in my bedroom, just on the floor. But I had never seen or heard of a scorpion before. That was new to me. We had just moved to Texas from the West Coast. So I just saw this thing kind of moving out of the corner of my eye, right? It was very camouflaged because it was the exact same color as my carpet. And I just saw this like movement, and I went over and I couldn't really make out what it was that was on the carpet, and I'd never seen one before. And so I just reached out and touched it, which was not the thing to do. It did not appreciate that, and it stung me. Do you call it stinging?
Yeah, I think so.
It's got a stinger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Was it painful?
it was, yes. I cried a lot. My grandfather was there at the time, though, visiting, and he was a doctor, and so he just used what we had in our kitchen. It was pretty
Sucked the
ingenious,
venom out
actually.
of
He made
the
like this
wound?
baking soda paste, like
Oh.
baking soda and water until it's a paste, and then you just like put it on. It worked.
Kind of
Yeah.
draws the poison
Yeah,
out or
draws it
something?
out. Exactly.
Interesting.
So that worked. So yeah, so that was one day, and then like I feel like these were close together in time, but maybe not. There was another time where my younger brother, who's like a year younger than me, was sleeping in his bed, but his bed was just like on the floor. You know how
Yeah.
like a little kid sometimes they just sleep mattress on the floor and that's it. And middle of the night, he just starts screaming bloody murder, and he's this little guy, right? Like he's 4 or 5, something like that. And of course, everybody gets woken up and runs in there to see what's going on. He had been stung by a pregnant, no, a new mom scorpion,
A new scorpion mom.
and all of her babies, which are just like the babies sit on their backs. Oh, this is giving me creeps just talking about it. But the babies just sit on the back, and so she had all of these babies, and she and all the babies had just gone to town on my sleeping brother.
Oh, poor kid.
He probably like rolled over onto them or something. It was horrible. Oh.
So as we
So-
cover in the show today, this and other reasons, visit Texas.
Look, some people really like Texas. I'm not going to try to convince you not to. It's just, it wasn't for me.
Oh,
not for
fair
me.
enough. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
My only one more thing that we got to get on from this, but the only scorpion story, or really the only thing I remember about scorpions growing up, is the movie How I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, that's it. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I think they have like an encounter with a giant scorpion in that movie.
I don't remember.
Like in the yard that they're in. I
Yeah.
could just be making that up, but I
Yeah.
really feel like there's like some.
So your only experience was a movie.
Yeah, well, I was a city kid. Like I grew up in the suburbs. I didn't encounter scorpions growing up. You did, unfortunately.
I sure did.
All right, let's get to Dr. Audrey Nath here. So Dr. Nath is a neurologist in Houston.
Yes.
And it's a very accomplished, multi-talented individual. She's an MD, PhD, did her training at Harvard and ended up in Texas. And
She's an author, a
author.
musician,
so
lots
much
of
stuff.
things.
She's
Such an overachiever.
I know, and she's also done a little writing for Gomer Blog, which
Yes.
is something that we have in common. I that's like when I first started doing medical comedy. I was writing these satire articles for Gomer Blog. So
That's right. It's this thing. It was like The Onion, but for medical professionals. So maybe some of you remember it.
and she's done a lot of kind of multimedia stuff in her field as well, in neurology. Doing podcasts and interviewing people about neurologic issues, and just it's really wide ranging. Lots of talent here.
Yes,
So
she's very talented,
we
very
enjoyed-
smart, lots of funny stories.
so let's get to it. All right.
Let's do it.
Here's Dr. Audrey Nath. All right, Audrey Nath, Dr. Nath, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to talk to you, and yeah, we're happy to have you here. This is great.
Huge fan.
Yeah. Well, we're a huge fan of yours. Okay, so you are
Like
doing some
collapsing to the
pretty
ground.
incredible stuff here. I take it you've been do you watch the videos, the
Yes.
Glaucomfleckens skits
Yes.
and stuff?
My husband
Okay.
watches them. The in-laws watch them. They're not even doctors. They don't even care.
Oh, they're not doctors. Those are my favorite. I love it when the non-doctors and people who do not care about healthcare really whatsoever
It doesn't
for
even
some
matter.
reason. It
I don't
doesn't.
even care.
That's good to know. Well, I'm glad you like it just because I'm the neurologist character is kind of
So
one of the more
great.
interesting characters,
So
and so I'm glad
relatable.
that
So
uh,
awkward and so relatable to me personally.
good. It doesn't offend you. That's great.
Not at all. You know, there's a
Do you
women's
wear
neurologist
a
group.
bow tie? What kind of what kind of outfit are you rocking at work?
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess a lot of this doesn't really translate to women so well. You know, a lot of the
Right.
stereotypes in
Yeah.
general. So just dresses and the
Well,
fleece.
I am playing myself in for every single character. So
He doesn't make a very pretty woman.
there's only so many
Kristen
things I can
does.
do from an outfit
Kristen does a great job with
standpoint.
that.
She does, absolutely.
Thank God.
Much better than
That is
me.
great.
You and Kristen actually have something in common.
Oh,
Both
what's
of
that?
you started a PhD program and decided that it was awful.
I did
Apparently,
it.
you did it.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
it.
and it was rough.
It's
though,
all
right?
right. Shout out to my PhD
Yeah.
advisor. We still talk. He's cool.
It's
I did
not
the
for
whole thing.
everyone, and there's not a lot of way to find out whether it will be for
no.
you other than just to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no idea, right? You don't really know what it entails. And certainly
Right,
for
because
me,
you think you can do all you can do the undergrad research, maybe even get
Exactly.
a master's degree, but those are all different things.
yes.
So
Did
then
you? What did you do your PhD in?
So I was studying multisensory integration. So basically, audio-visual weird illusions, really obscure illusions, like the McGurk effect, where if someone
Ooh.
says "ba," but you see. I realize people can't see the
Oh.
video, but if you don't
Yeah.
really mouth the "ba," but you mouth "ga," people will hear something weird like "da." Anyways, it
Oh, interesting.
exploits
Yeah.
multisensory sensory centers. So basically, I made tons and tons of videos of myself talking like this and showed them to my
Yeah.
friends as they were in a functional MRI scanner. And that was my
You're fun at
PhD.
parties.
That's awesome.
Like, watch me talk.
There's some of those in multiple sclerosis, especially the people that have optic neuritis. That's I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not. Neuro-ophthalmology is not my forte. You'd think
just
it
so
would
I
be
know.
because the eye is so small. I should know everything, but there is actually a lot of neuro-ophthalmology I'm kind of hazy on.
I
But,
should
I
know
think-
too. I'm a neurologist, but I don't.
I
But-
think there's some
yeah,
of those.
maybe between the two of you,
Those
we can
weird
figure it out.
visual illusions. It's like there's one where it's like you feel like things are an object is moving in front of you when it's moving in like an ellipse when it's really in a straight line, or there's like weird things
Oh.
like that.
Oh, that's
optic
cool.
nerve. It's too complicated
I
for
should
me.
have done a rotation in that. You know?
Neuro-ophthalmology.
I should have done
abso-
that.
I mean,
Oh well.
if you want it, you know what? We only have one in this entire state, and so
Yeah,
if
it's
you,
not too late.
I think there are maybe 3 neuro-ophthalmologists total. I'm
In all of
exaggerating,
pretty
but
much. Pretty much.
But so we'd
hard
love
to
for
find.
you to totally change your career
Yeah,
path if
exactly.
you want. Go back and do some additional training
Instead
and
of
then get a
reading
job in
AGs from home,
neuro-ophthalmology.
which,
Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, man. I can't believe everyone doesn't do this in medicine. Highly recommend.
And it's-
You should do
And
That's
it's
that.
been
Sweet gig.
it's been 10 years since you've actually found anything on there, right? Or do you actually see stuff on EEGs?
Yes, occasionally catch seizures, yes. But a lot of them are, there is generalized background slowing, and you can kind of hear the reports in your mind, and they all sound kind of similar like that.
Are you? So you're just you do that full time? That's that's a big part of your job.
Most of my job is reading
Yeah?
various types of signals on a computer screen at my house as a neurologist. So guys
Yeah.
listening out there, it is an option if you're a doctor and just want to look at signals. You can.
We're
I do
from
it.
home doctor.
I mean, that sounds like
from-home
awesome.
neurologist.
Yeah.
I
Highly
didn't. Yeah, I
recommend.
honestly didn't know that was a possibility.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't until the end of residency. Yeah, seriously, they don't talk
Yeah?
about this. They don't want you to know. What doctors
how
don't
did
want
you-
you to
how
know
did
is this.
How did you come across the work from home neurology position?
Knew a couple
Well,
people doing it.
How'd you know that was a career option for
Oh,
you?
somebody just talked me into epilepsy. I just kind of flitted from one thing to another. And so one day I sat down with someone and she said, you should do epilepsy. Okay. So I signed up for that fellowship and they were like, you should do clinical neurophysiology and epilepsy. That's 1 year each. Okay. And it turns out this is a job option from there. There's a few people who had also bailed and done this before. And I got their names and I talked to them. And they were like, yeah, it's
Oh.
great. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the secret in academics. There's so many secrets in academics. You're not even supposed to leave academics.
That's
go to private
right.
practice.
That's
much less work from home.
blasphemy.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Right? You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
I do
You're
know.
breaking the mold.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, you went into private
Yeah.
practice. I'm sure your program director's mad, right? Still to this day.
Well, you know what? But I never flirted with
Yeah, I don't think anyone thought
with
he was going to be an
academics.
academic.
I'm not. I'm the kind of guy that that really tried to fake his way through journal club.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
research
Your
is
wife
not
is
his
roasting you
thing.
so hard. That's so
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Kristen,
It's
amazing.
my job.
I mean,
It's I'll read the abstract and then be like, I totally agree with what Kristen said. I just want to say, yeah, I get it. That's exactly right. We
so
need
your
more
program director's
studies.
not mad at you right now.
No,
I
they're
think
fine.
he saw this coming.
They're fine with
Yeah.
it. Well, I wanted, the thing is, I at the end of residency, I was done. Like I was like, I'm done with training. I can't do
Relatable.
any more. I want to go out and get a job. So it was easier for me because we always need like community ophthalmologists out there who are just kind of I'm a comprehensive ophthalmologist. I'll just whatever people walk in through the door with, I'll just take care of it. And so
Well, you just send them on to someone else, essentially.
well,
it's
yeah,
crazy, right?
I love doing that. That's my favorite thing
Hey,
to
me
do. Is
too.
like, look, I know so many people that are a lot smarter than me who you could benefit from, and so I'll do that. But if I had gone the fellowship route, I think when you go into fellowship, that's when they probably push you a little bit harder. Like, man, are you sure you want to go in to evil private practices, or do
That's
you
right.
want to do something worthwhile with your life?
What's worse than that is since yikes, youch. That was savage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But true. I mean, since I did the MD PhD program, it's made
Mhm.
very clear to you, you're basically a failure if you don't go and become an R01 funded researcher who does research 80% of the
Yes.
time. So anything
Mhm.
outside of that felt like a failure, So I
Right.
did
That's like I did my PhD program. I was ABD. I went all the way through all the classes, all the
all the
comps, all the
dissertation
everything.
for those of you
And
who didn't catch that.
yes, that's right. That's right. I had to, just do that small little project
Yeah.
before
Whatever.
before I graduated.
Yeah.
And that was this, I realized kind of halfway in that this was not the job for me, the lifestyle for me. Just, it's for some people and not for others, and it wasn't for me, and that's fine. But that was very much the sentiment
Across
right,
disciplines.
Was like,
Yes.
I got a master's degree from an Ivy League university, and I felt like the biggest failure because of that culture. Yeah.
Brainwashing. It's so
Yeah.
silly. And it is
Yeah.
across disciplines. Seriously, it's not just
Oh, sure. Yeah.
medical
That was
sciences.
in psychology. That
Yeah,
wasn't even in
exactly.
medicine.
So,
It's
I was
everywhere.
like, okay, I got to do residency somewhere, a really big name. Okay, I'll go to Harvard, whatever. And that was cool, I guess. And then I did 2 fellowships, even though I probably didn't have to. And then I took the faculty position, and then I was doing the grants. And then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So obviously,
Yeah.
then I just kind of took a sledgehammer to all of it. And I read studies from
Exactly.
home.
But see, it
It's
turns
great.
out okay.
Probably-
Now you have this
Yeah.
sweet job. I've got
That's right.
this sweet job.
Dude,
So anybody out there who's in
thank
the middle of
you,
something,
grants
feeling
committee.
like that's
did
that's
not
right.
where I did
You
not get
can
that K award.
always,
Thank you.
yeah.
That is
Thank you
right.
for that.
Yes, it's timely, right? Because this is around match season. So if you're not,
Today is
if you
Black
don't
Monday.
match, I know. Yeah, as we're
Mhm.
I saw
recording
your
this.
video. Oh my God. Yeah, thanks for
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I put out a video I had made about a year ago. So today is for everybody listening, it's match day today. So this by the time this episode comes out, it'll be like a
I guess
month
it's like
later.
scramble day, I guess. It's the day you find
yeah,
out
well,
if you matched.
it's the day you find out. All the med students in the country find out if they matched, and it's a very extremely stressful highs and lows, right?
Yeah.
Very excited and then just devastated students. And so last year I made a video specifically for students who don't match, just to give them a little bit of encouragement. So I reposted that. So if you're interested, it was the medical student goes to therapy. So that was the
Therapist is like, "Oh,
construct
wow.
for the video.
You're here. Great to
Yeah.
see you.
Right.
You should come here more.
But it is. It's like such I don't know, brainwashing for lack of a better term. But just you've put so much into it, and it's been so many years and so much time and so much effort and so much money or loans that you feel like you're just completely devastated if it doesn't work out. Like you have no other options, and now what will you do? And it it can be a really big problem for people in their mental health. But I think you and I, Dr. Nath, are proof that even if your first plan doesn't work out, that
You have to do
doesn't
something
mean
else. It's
that
fine.
you're not going to end up doing something even better. So-
Absolutely.
Like come on a Glaucomfleckens podcast.
I mean,
That's-
yes.
You know what? It all works out in the end.
Take
it
that,
really
Grants Committee.
does.
Take that.
Take that. Yes.
So you did your MD, PhD, all of it at Harvard, right?
No, that was
That's
at
where
UT Houston, and then
I see.
child neurology
Oh,
was
you
at
did
Harvard.
residency.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
And every time I talk to, because I have to do a lot of research for all these different, in order to put these videos that sound like I know what I'm talking about, I have to do research for these specialties. And I always learn about these new fellowships that are being like invented.
So many.
And it's to the point now, I really think you could do training until you retire if you wanted to.
I've seen PGY11s. They're out there.
It speaks
sure.
to how
For
subspecialized
those who
we are,
don't
right?
know, PGY means postgraduate year. That means 11 years after you have graduated medical school, which is 4 years after you have graduated from
Yeah.
university. So that's just like you're a 50-year-old student at that
Pretty
point.
much. And after
It's-
MD, PhD, then definitely. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
You're like in your 40s.
Because how many years? So it's the 4 years of med school and then an additional 3.
Thankfully, my
Or-
PhD was already fast at 3 years, but oftentimes it's much longer
That's
than
pretty
that.
fast for a
It
PhD,
is.
Yeah,
right?
I wasn't doing
yeah.
a mouse knockout, thankfully. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so epilepsy, I knew that fellowship existed. So
but
it's
clinical
epilepsy
neurophys, you didn't
fellowship.
know. You
I
didn't know
did
that
not
existed.
know so clinical neurophysiology. Can you help me?
It's kind of a historical thing. So basically, it's back in the day, people used to read EEGs and EMGs for muscles and sleep studies and intraoperative monitoring, which is my main job. These days, nobody really does all 4. People just tend to do one or the other, but it's a historic holdover, and they told me I needed to do it. So I did it. Lots of thought that I put into this career,
Yes.
I'm
Really
very proud
worked
of
out.
me.
You're very suggestible.
I
What
was
other fellowships could they have
pretty
convinced you to
much
do?
anything. Just a really confident person sat down with me and was like, "You need to do this." And I was like, "Okay." And I texted my friends.
Nice.
They're
If
like,
you
"All
put
right."
it that way, I guess so.
I think a lot of people make a lot of really ridiculously huge career decisions
Mhm.
in kind of a similar way when you think about it.
No, I totally
Yeah,
agree.
no one really knows what they're doing.
Especially
Well,
if you're in your 20s,
only-
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I am an ophthalmologist because I just my clinical advisor when I first day of med school just happened to be an ophthalmologist.
No way.
She was like, yeah, exactly, yeah,
Mhm.
and
So
she
you
was
were
Yeah,
like,
she just
22
kind
years
of
old, right?
groomed him the whole way through
oh yeah,
med school.
I was
Grooming is
20.
appropriate. Yes.
I guess I was
Seriously.
like 22, 23.
22? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I remember talking with her for the first time and be like, oh, what do you do? And she was like, I'm an ophthalmologist. I was like, what is that? Eyes? Is that that's where I
That is so
started
great.
in med school.
But it's
and
nuts.
then,
You're like 22
yeah.
years old. Your frontal lobe is not fully myelinated, by the way, at 22 years old.
Right.
Not
There
until
you
like
go.
25, and you're making these huge decisions. So,
Exactly.
but, I mean, that
It
was a good
doesn't
one,
make
though.
any
So,
sense.
Yeah.
good job there.
I mean,
It worked out good.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, we got lucky.
So you said you do intraoperative monitoring. See, I thought it was all like outpatient EEGs.
Oh, so I do read ambulatory EEGs from my house and things like that.
Okay.
Intraoperative monitoring. Basically, when someone's getting spine surgery, they can send some signals during the case, like tickling the foot, essentially, and seeing if there's a sensory signal or buzzing the motor cortex and seeing if the foot moves, essentially. And if those signals start to go away during the surgery, then you tell the surgeon, stop doing whatever you just did. Stop putting traction on that thing. The cord is clearly not getting any perfusion. And they're like, okay, I'll stop doing what I did or whatever.
Oh
I
my
don't know. It's
God.
through chat, so I don't really know what they say. Anyways, and so then you can monitor that from home. And then I can also read EEGs and then write and stuff
Wow.
and do other things and write music
Right.
and write comedy
Well,
and do other things.
that sounds stressful. The
I mean,
intraoperative monitoring.
Yeah, I mean,
thing.
but I'm not the surgeon. I'm sure it's stressful for the guy in the room.
Still,
I'm sure
Yeah.
that probably would be.
you
Pour one
seem
out for the
like
neurosurgeons out there. Seriously.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's a scary job, I would think.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm glad I
one
don't do that
mistake
one.
and you can. Oof.
I mean, those are long surgeries, though, right?
They can be. But see, I'm in my house. I'm sitting.
Yeah,
True.
does she care?
That guy
That's true.
isn't. You know?
What's
That's
your-
right.
What is your work office like? It's not because it's not like
It's a laptop. It's
like a
my whole
reading
house.
room. It's not like like radiology. You have to be in a dark.
No, thankfully. I would fall asleep. Yeah, it's just my laptop.
Yeah.
So it travels with me throughout
That's
my
amazing.
house. Yeah.
What-
Very nice. Hey, we just had Eric Topol on not too long ago, and so this just makes me wonder, like, how long will you have a job before AI takes it over?
Well, so far so good. You can't sue a robot, right? It's easier to sue
That's
me
true.
than to sue a robot, which
It
is,
is
I
true.
think true for a
Uh.
lot of things, epilepsy and radiology and whatnot.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I don't know if a robot can replace any of what you do. I have no idea, actually.
That would be. I mean, I never say never. I don't know.
Who knows?
We'll
That would be
see.
scary.
But
Can robots have a sense of humor? I don't know. Is that uniquely human?
Oh, I'd
Oh,
love
they
to
could
see
do-
some
This is
oh,
getting
man.
ChatGPT jokes.
existential.
I mean, Chat GPT. Yeah, I feel like I have seen some Chat GPT Glaucomfleckens skits,
But they're
and I
really
think I'm
not
safe.
very good.
I think I'm safe.
Yeah,
they're
I did
they
see
kinda-
one.
AI is not great at satire yet.
Oh,
I feel like.
thankful.
Yeah.
That's
But-
great.
That's the most important thing. All right, if Chat GPT if it gets that way,
Well, then there goes your
Then
whole side hustle. Yeah, no,
we're
I know,
done.
for sure.
We're
Yep,
done.
That was it. It's been a good run.
And so you are now. So you grew up in Houston because I grew up in Houston too,
That's right.
or the Houston area. I was at Deer Park.
Oh wow,
Park,
East
Texas.
Houston.
Yeah,
That is
yep,
quite
Southeast
industrial.
Houston.
Yep.
Very industrial.
Wowee. Okay.
Grew up with the permanent glow of the Pasadena refineries, just right there in the background.
Nearby to Channel View.
It's starting to make sense why you got cancer twice and had a cardiac arrest. But
She's trying to blame it on.
She's
on
like
the
the
fact
tourism
that we were
official for
regularly-
Deer Park, Kristen.
Yeah.
You know, seriously.
It wasn't just. It was infrequent when I would inhale, toxic fumes. Just
because you don't go outside very much in Texas, it's
well,
very hot.
You do.
Winter's great.
But
True.
winter in quotation marks for
Yes.
sure.
2 weeks. It's
So
great.
where did you grow up?
Houston, West Houston, and now I live in
West-
Montrose, which I love.
Ah.
It's great. It's fun. The Gay Pride Parade goes through it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's fairly
that must be a
walkable.
fun place to. Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah. That's. I hear it. Houston has changed a lot because it's been about. God, how many years?
It's been since
Oh my God, 15 years.
2004 since you lived there.
Long time since
Oh,
I've
wow, okay.
lived
Almost
and
20
spent a
years.
significant amount of time in Houston. And God, I'm feeling really old
I
right
know.
now.
I mean, you
But-
are. It's fine.
I
I
know.
am. But I
It's
feel like it's
weird.
gotten younger. Like Houston is like it's just getting more interesting and
Yeah, for sure.
and
There's a great food scene. If you ever come by,
So you
I'll tell
should
you where to
everybody
go.
should go to Houston.
you need to go just for
Um,
food. Yeah.
Just for,
Just for the
yeah,
food.
the weather is a little bit
Just go in the
challenging. And there's
winter.
lots of mosquitoes.
Yeah. Come in December.
The bugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the
December's fine.
bugs. Oh my gosh, let's not talk about the roaches.
I once paid a kid $5 to come to my apartment when I was an intern and get rid of a roach in my apartment.
That was money well spent.
He
Those
did it.
things are huge. If you have never seen
That's
a
right.
Texas cockroach,
That's right. See? Yes.
You think we're overreacting. They're what is that? 2.5
Yeah.
I
inches
don't
long,
even know.
Mhm.
and they're like probably a good inch and a half wide.
Yeah,
Thick.
this is really what
Ugh.
I learned in intern year, right? Yeah, I would buy a fogger if I needed to get rid of a roach. I would buy a fogger and fog the whole place
Yeah,
to kill one roach.
for one roach for sure.
That's right.
His mom, she gifted us one of these too, but she has a roach zapper where it's like a little handheld vacuum
It's
thing
a roach vacuum.
that like electrocutes the roach and then sucks it
no,
up
no.
into a
You got
tube.
it, you got
Wow.
it backwards.
Oh, I did.
It sucks
It
it
sucks
up,
it up and then
electrocutes
electrocutes it. But then it
I
sucks
don't even know
it
which
into
is
the
worse.
tube also, so that then you can just like dump it out into the trash or whatever.
This is
So you don't have to touch it.
this is one of the things that she spent her American Express points on.
Yeah, which I think was a solid choice.
It's like $70,000
get that one thing.
over the course of like 5 years to get a roach vacuum.
And then she gave it to you.
Well, no, she got herself one and she got
She was
us
so
one.
enthralled
'Cause she knows how much I hate them.
with the roach vacuum
Oh, wow.
that she had to gift us one.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I'm considering
it was
this.
Shout out.
it was a great Christmas. It
Yeah.
really was.
This would have improved my intern year,
It's a good
guys,
gift.
when I was
It would
living
have
on my
been. You
own.
needed one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. See? Public service
Mhm.
announcement.
that's right.
No, but Houston's great, everyone. So, it really is. We're
Between
making
the
it
radiation and the mosquitoes and
This
the
is
heat
great.
and the cockroaches.
but
the tourism
December's
guys
great.
taught to you.
But December's great.
Yes. So nice. It's beautiful.
The Tex-Mex is good.
Chinese
so
food is
he-
good. All the food is good.
Chinese,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
right.
Sure.
That's true. There's like per
Lots of food.
capita like the most restaurants in the world.
Come just for
probably.
that. Yeah.
So UT Houston, that's where you went
That's
to med
right.
school.
Yeah.
And I know that you probably have a ton of stories from your time kind of as a med student doing rotations. I know that you did you did an away rotation.
Oh goodness. So in the 2 years of pediatrics that I did is in child neurology, you do 2 years of pediatrics and then 3 years of neurology, where the first year of neurology is adult neurology. Yeah, my ER rotation ended up being in Dallas, Texas. And when you do ER, you might do a bunch of day shifts followed by a bunch of night shifts. So few of us, a couple other residents who were in Dallas, who I never met before or whatever, but we were working together there. We were about to flip over to nights. So we were thinking, okay, we need to stay up late to get ready for like 4 nights in a row. And how are we going to do that? And we're in Dallas. And one of them says, a strip club. I said, I'm game. We are doing this. It's like a sociological experiment for me. And the 2 guys said, oh, okay. Oh, we didn't think you'd say yes. I'm like, let's do
And you don't know each
it.
other.
Not very
it's a
well,
mixed
just from the
group.
shift. So we did. We went out to a strip club in Fort Worth, Texas. This was like a Monday night, not the busiest night, not very many people there. And I ended up just chatting with the girls because at this point I had been pole dancing for exercise for many years. And so we would just like sit with our phones and just be like watching tricks on YouTube, like, oh, look at that one. And the guys were really disappointed. So that's how that went. I had a great time.
Were
They
they wearing
didn't.
bicycle helmets, or was this maybe were they not? They weren't fully
They
fledged.
were IM
emergency?
internal medicine residents that were rotating through
Oh,
ER.
I see. All
I
right,
don't-
So
I don't know what your IM guy does. I don't know if you have a general IM guy.
I've done some. My general IM person doesn't really have like a unique uniform or
Okay.
costume.
So these guys could have been it.
I separated out into specialties, right? So I've done a few like general IM, but mostly just about curbsiding people.
Yeah.
So.
So it was 2 of those guys.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
I had a lot of fun.
The general the strip club going type of person and an internal medicine doctor. Yes. That's exactly what you'd expect from
I was just like chilling with the girls, and they're like, "What's going on right now?"
Oh
We're
my
just sitting
gosh.
around watching YouTube, and they didn't care. It was a Monday night. They're like, "Oh, nothing's gonna happen anyway." It was great.
Right. Oh, funny.
That was
So-
UT Houston was where I was going to go
I know.
for med school.
I took
You're a
him
Texas
I took him away.
resident. That's right.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
where
yeah.
did you go?
I went to Dartmouth.
Lebanon,
I
New
went to Dartmouth.
Hampshire. No
How do you know that?
Wow.
We didn't even know that. We had to
Harvard.
look it
She went
up.
to- I mean,
Oh,
that's
that's
like
right.
close.
You were
You've
up
been
there.
there.
Yeah.
That is very
Yeah.
rural. My goodness.
It's very rural.
Very, and
Yes.
so I had to because we were finishing up. Actually, were we done with college at that point? No,
Yeah,
no.
'cause
When I applied,
Not
we were
when you
still.
applied. We were in our last
Anyway,
year.
we were at we went to Texas Tech together, and
Okay.
so we
Oh,
were
Lubbock. Okay.
just trying to figure out what we wanted to do.
Yeah,
and
we've
then-
lived some nice places, let me tell you.
right, exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
It's so Kristen was like, "Hey, let's go to Dartmouth," and so I was like, "Whoa, that's an easy school to get into. I could do that, or I could spend $9,000 per year
Instead of what?
and stay in Texas
Yes, that's
instead
right.
of
In-state
40 to
tuition's great in Texas. Yeah,
50,000
for sure.
per
Yeah.
year." So
Well, you could have done MD
I
PhD
think
like
about-
me, and then
I
they would
think
have paid
about
you.
her.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
that's the deal. I had a friend of mine actually that he started a PhD program.
Well, MD PhD, right?
Oh, started an MD PhD. Realized after the first 2 years didn't want to do the PhD,
And just dipped out.
and so ditched it. But he had to pay back the first 2 years of
Ooh,
tuition.
Okay.
But he didn't have to deal with like a lot of the interest payments and stuff. So
So you
Well,
saved 2 years of
so
interest.
he actually saved
Yeah.
This is
saved
like
2 years of interest.
Better than white
Smart.
coat investor. Look right
Life
here.
hack.
That's right.
Start an MD PhD, dip out, pay it back, save 2 years
No,
of
no,
interest.
no.
Look at
Wouldn't
that.
be white coat. This would be like white coat divester. This is not what you want for
Right.
like financial
This is a
advice
spinoff right
here
here.
on this
We're going to get in
podcast.
trouble if we officially recommend that.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Not for financial advice.
Don't stay here. Don't stay here for financial advice,
No.
please.
Nope. As you just heard, he chose
You should
private
absolutely go
med
and
school
do a
over
yeah.
$9,000
exactly.
a year public. We're
Exactly.
not the financial people to listen to.
No. Start an MD PhD program, then back out, so you save 2 years of interest payments.
There we go. Every MD PhD program director is like, who are these people?
Right. No.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, we and I think about Kristen every time I pay off some of my student
Well,
loans.
you know what?
So
It paid off for you.
it worked out okay.
Yeah. Where would you be without me?
I'm sure you had you enjoyed your time at UT Houston.
I did. I made some really great
Yeah.
friends. You know,
It's a
and
big class. It's
and
like you
it's
had
a
like 200
big
people, right?
class. It was around 200 people. And then, during the PhD years, the ND PhD kids hang out together. We had this really large operation game that was functional. And so you'd
Oh.
use like these big, looked like tweezers and would get stuff out of the operation. We'd be, those
Oh
were our
my
parties.
goodness.
We also played a lot of
Oh.
Taboo. It was a lot of board games and drinking. Wait, can I say
That's
that?
great. Board games and drinking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Oh, I did so much drinking, and for the first 2
Lebanon,
years
New
of med
Hampshire.
school. Oh yeah. Oh
That's
man.
all there is
Well,
to do
the
in
Dartmouth,
Lebanon, New Hampshire.
the Dartmouth culture kind of permeates everything around there, and
Mindy
so
Kaling talks about this.
yes,
She went to
yeah,
Dartmouth
she
and she
went
talks
there.
about this. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, tons of drinking. It was,
Yep.
and
I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere in the woods, and winter is like 4 years long.
Yeah.
So
And you may or may
Yeah,
not have
there's
even
not
had
a lot
board
of
games.
other options.
Just drinking.
The-
See, at
exactly.
least we
You know,
had board games too.
I think we did have some board
All right,
games,
fine.
but
Okay.
they were drinking related board games, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, they have their own version of Pong.
Wait,
right?
what?
So any game they
yeah,
take
there's a
and
thing
turn
called
it into.
Dartmouth Pong.
Wait, what?
So it's basically beer pong, but you play with ping pong paddles. So you're actually like hitting the ball.
Oh, so it's just
and
beer pong.
It's beer pong, but
But
it's
you're not
just
like tossing
there's
the
like
ball.
Oh.
yeah, you're hitting the ball back and forth. with
that's
ping
too
pong
hard.
paddles.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Oh my
It's-
goodness, that would take so many hours of practice.
I was not very good at it, and subsequently got incredibly drunk doing it. So
There we go. Maybe Kristen
Again,
was better. I don't know.
We are not recommending
Yeah.
That's
anyone take these courses
No
of
medical advice
action.
either, I guess, or educational advice.
Just no advice at all here.
There we go.
Just laughs.
And so clearly, lots of board games for you, partying, first couple of years of med school, which
And
we all
in grad
do.
school, there's more
And
flexibility
in grad
there.
school,
Yeah.
was it what was who partied hardest? Was it
Ooh.
grad students or med students?
Good
You know,
question.
I'd say, during the PhD years, you watch all your friends match into residency, right? They all move on without
Yeah.
you. And so then I had my friends that went into different fields, and you could see what changed. The anesthesia guys, whoo, I could not keep up with them. I wouldn't try. I would be passed out. Put it that way. I never partied
Yeah.
with the optho people, so I can't compare for that.
It's,
I don't even
no,
know. You
no.
were the only
I
one.
guess there's not that many of you, to be fair.
There's not that
Yeah,
many of
so-
us.
I think, or maybe like one other
Very
person in
small
your
field.
class went into ophthalmology.
But it was anesthesia makes sense, and then probably emergency medicine. I imagine they get after it.
I
You
went
know,
to a
the-
hemonc conference once, a peds, oh man, peds hemonc. Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
really?
they see a
hemonc.
lot, and so they go out drinking.
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
everybody, to our listeners, let us know which specialties you think party the hardest.
I want to hear this too. Yeah, I want to see what
Yeah,
y'all
I know.
think.
We were just at a pharmacy conference in
Mhm.
Canada, and they got after it.
They did.
Oh. They
They
did.
seem like they are
Yeah.
used to
Go
having a good time.
Pharmacists.
Good job.
Who knew?
That's
Yeah.
great.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Dr. Audrey Nath. Hey, Kristen,
What?
we got to talk about balls.
Okay, why?
Because like our whole lives revolve around balls.
How so?
I'm an eye doctor.
Okay,
All right.
eyeballs.
And also, I've had testicular cancer twice.
Yes, rude.
And so, even though I don't have any balls left, except
Well, you
for the
got the
eyeballs,
top
I got
balls.
the top balls. Manscaped still sent me the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer.
Well, that was nice. And it's purple for Testicular Cancer Awareness Month.
April,
That's
Testicular
right.
Cancer Awareness Month. And Manscaped has donated $50,000 to the Testicular Cancer Society. I love that society.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This thing is also waterproof.
Oh, so you could take it in the shower,
Yeah, a puddle,
bathtub,
any kind of tub,
hot tub.
the
Baby
open
tub?
ocean if you'd like.
Oh,
Seems like a weird place to bring a trimmer,
it does.
but you don't have to have balls even to use this thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, good, because no one in this house, including the dog, has any.
that's true. 20. So get 20% off and free shipping with code KKH at manscaped.com. All right, we are back with Audrey Nath. And Audrey, before I prepared a little game for us to play. Before we get to that, though, I wanted to get to another one of your stories that you brought. You were great. We asked you like come up with some like fun stories, and we were just talking and didn't get to them in the first segment. So I apologize. It was just so much fun talking about like how awesome Houston, Texas is.
I go on tangents. It happens. I've gotten out of
And
my
so-
evals before. It's okay. I've heard this.
But I really like this one about adjusting from a trainee to an attending salary.
I just feel
So
like nobody talks about
please.
it. You know?
Right,
Yeah, we should.
right.
Let's talk about it now.
Oh, yeah. Here's the real finance podcast that everyone in medicine needs, right? So you go from being on loans or as an MD PhD student making $20,000 a year in stipend to being a resident, so it goes up a bit, and then being an attending maybe in academics as I was, and then not in academics. So that salary goes up quite a bit, and how do you adjust to that? So like there's these habits that I've had from when I'm making $20,000 a year that I have not given up at all. So I finished fellowship and I started on as an attending at Texas Children's Hospital, and it's the same place, right? So from June 30th to July 1st, I went from being a trainee to an attending, and I'm still the same person, but I'm walking through the same places, and I'm still getting breakfast every morning. And my habit that I had developed was I was always getting this little breakfast sandwich with a biscuit, and I eat the biscuit separately with jam. I know I kind of deconstruct my food. It's a little
I
odd.
do that too.
I
It's
get-
okay. No
thank you.
judgment here.
Thank you for making me clear. And so I would order this every day. And as I got to the checkout line, it just became this habit that I would always hide the jam packets under my last two fingers like this and hold the sandwich. For those of you who can't see the camera, I essentially would hide the jam packets under two of my fingers so it wasn't visible to the cashier, so I wouldn't have to pay an extra 10 cents. And this became
10 cents.
such a habit. I didn't even realize I was doing it until several months into being and attending and realizing, why am I stealing these jam packets? I make over 10 times more than I did as a student. I can pay the 10 cents. I never got caught though, so that's good.
You never got caught stealing 10-cent jam packets. Good for you, man. You master thief right here.
Yes, exactly.
Well done.
See, but that's the thing.
Uh,
Finance advice. No one ever talks about
Yeah,
this.
We're
You
s-
know,
we're s-
yeah.
This is like a
something else
finance
we're
podcast
talking
now.
about. Is, everyone tells you got to get disability insurance while you're a trainee. The rates are lower. Yes. Okay. You got to get term life insurance once you have kids, right? So that your kids are ready. Absolutely. Nobody talks about what happens if you go to prison,
For
right?
stealing jam packets?
Sure. Or whatever.
Or just
Disability
for whatever.
insurance doesn't cover your lost wages when you're in prison. Neither does term life insurance because you're still alive. So there needs to be a product for
Oh.
prison insurance. You never know when you're going to
Prison
get caught up in a
insurance.
kickback scheme. You don't know. Okay, maybe you do. Actually, you probably
That's a
do.
good point.
But you might not.
Yeah,
Some light fraud here
that's
and there.
true.
There needs to be a
Could,
product.
on accident or on
Sure.
purpose.
This is
Hopefully
just
not.
what we need. We need more ideas for different kinds of insurance.
Oh.
Yes.
This is it's exactly what society needs right now.
That's right. That's right.
It's
It'll go really well.
fantastic. Prison insurance, everybody.
that
Brought to you by
can't go
State
wrong.
Farm. Like a good neighbor, like a good incarcerated cellmate. State Farm is there.
Don't say I wasn't trying to help people,
That's great. There's some certain things that just never go away when you become an attending.
Yeah.
Like I will still find free food, and I will seek out free food.
That's right.
I can't get my brain to leave free food
And
alone.
you are
I don't
a
know if that's
surgeon
just
in private
me.
practice.
Right.
That's
like,
right. We
I
can
could
afford
I could
some
afford a
lunch.
sandwich.
Yeah.
I can
it's
go
fine.
I could get lunch anywhere I want.
All
right.
I bought this at Goodwill. I still shop at
yeah,
Goodwill.
see?
Stuff like
Some
that. I
habits
can't shake it.
just-
Yeah.
It's just such a
Yeah.
good deal.
They get like beaten into you
Oh, yeah,
during
absolutely.
that part of your life.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
hard
it's
that
just like you just for so long you don't make any money, so it's just a weird transition.
I guess
to all
now
of a
I'm in
sudden-
private
Yeah.
practice. So if I'm in the fancy grocery store part aisle to get one
Yeah.
thing and I need ketchup, now I'll be like, okay, I'll buy the fancy ketchup instead
can
of
do
walking
it.
across the store. So I
Right.
have made that
but it's
modification.
like a pep talk. You have to give
I
yourself.
have to talk
Yeah.
myself through it.
You
Yeah.
can do it's
Yes.
okay. Just this once.
See, nobody talks
Well,
about
hopefully
this.
Yeah.
hopefully the statute of limitations has expired on your
jam?
on your jam stealing
I hope
scheme.
so, because I don't have prison insurance.
So because
That's right. You
Yeah.
don't.
you don't have prison.
That's right.
All right, hey, we got to get to this game. We could talk about stealing things all day, but all right. So you're a neurologist. We've
Yes.
established this, and so I thought we could do something. I'm an ophthalmologist, so this is a topic that really pertains to both of our areas
That's
of
right.
expertise. We are going to do a cranial nerve draft.
Yes.
All right, so here's how it's going to go.
Yes.
We're going to take turns. I'm going to let you start because
Ooh.
you're the guest.
Oh, wow.
So you get first choice. We're going to take turns picking cranial nerves. And then, so we're going to each have a team of 6 cranial nerves each.
Oh, my
all right.
goodness.
And then what we're going to do is have our
Preparing for this my whole
listeners,
life. My God.
We're going to have the listeners tell us on social media, wherever, who they think has the best cranial nerves. Who drafted
got the best team?
Who drafted the best team that would lead to a somewhat normal existence in life, somewhat normal life,
Or just fun,
or just like the best, like who won the draft, who's got the best cranial nerves, by any metric you want to put on that. So anyway,
let's
Dr.
do this.
Nath.
I'm going to start with cranial nerve 10. I want that vagus. You need autonomic function. It'd kind of be tough to go through life without that. So I'm going to start there. It's not eye related.
That's a good one.
It's like all the autonomic nerves,
Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
Like,
Ask her.
I don't remember much about 10. I don't know.
Because it doesn't have anything to do with eyes.
Vagus nerve.
It's not 3, 4, or 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Or 2.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Autonomic system's
I
important.
just, you gotta, it's like basic functioning for
It's
life,
kind of
right?
important.
So, yeah.
It's like regulating your like
blood
I think
pressure.
temperature and
I
stuff like
think
that.
the game's over. I think she won.
No. Hold on now. Hold on now.
There's a few more
Okay.
that are pretty critical.
Yeah, they
Okay.
sure are. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to go with cranial nerve 2.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Okay, what's that one do?
That's the optic nerve.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well,
So
predictable.
you have you need your optic nerves
on
to
brand.
to do a
It's
lot.
on
Now,
brand.
You don't
That's
need it to live, but it's a quality of life thing. So I enjoy eyeballs, so I'm going to go with 2.
Okay. I'm next going to do facial nerve, cranial nerve 7 for moving your face, chewing,
Good choice.
keeping your eyes, closed if you need to. Kind of helpful.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
gotta
real.
eat,
That was high
so.
up on my list.
Mhm.
All right, so you got 10, you got vagus, you got facial nerve. I'm going to go with 3,
Ah,
oculomotor nerve.
that's right.
Okay.
Most eye
So,
movements.
it's not just because the eye-related cranial nerves are better. That is true, but this one's a really important one because it gives you your eye movements. The vast majority, not all of them, but the most important ones. And it also allows you to your pupils to adjust.
That's true.
I'm
The
just saying, I
sympathetics,
feel
that's
like
true.
Yeah.
just having my autonomic nervous system and being able to chew my food would both come higher in importance to me than being able to move my eyeballs.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Do you enjoy accommodating?
I mean, I do.
Do you enjoy
I just,
reading?
I enjoy
Do you enjoy
staying
seeing
alive
things up close?
more.
Because you wouldn't be able to do it if you didn't have the third cranial nerve. I'm just saying.
That's
All right.
true. There's sympathetic nerves there. That's important.
Okay. So
All
I got
right.
2 and 3. You got 7 and 10. What's your next
Me,
choice?
once again, I'm in Houston. It's a food city. I'm going to go with 9. I want to be able to swallow. It is what it is.
Ooh, that was very low on my list.
Food?
You don't because you
Shade.
could just there's other ways to consume
Like a G tube? You could put in
nutrition.
a G tube. I mean, that,
Do
I
that,
guess.
but-
guess so.
yeah.
You don't technically have to swallow. You could just
Or-
have the food slide down your esophagus in
Oh,
some
he
way.
must be
Does it
real
help
fun at
protect
meals.
your airway? Does 9 protect your airway? I don't know.
Somewhat. Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't
See,
know. Okay.
you subspecialize so much as an epileptologist, and now I'm like, which one does that?
Right.
Okay. All right. So 9 for eating.
Mhm.
That allows you to taste things, right?
Partially. Only in the very back.
Partially. Okay.
Oh,
I think there's some.
Very, very
there's
back.
what's
It's
some-
in the
like
back?
5 and
Anything
7.
good?
I don't know if 9.
Is it like
a
Oh, right.
little bit of
bitter?
sensation of 9. Tiny bit in the very back. Ish. Okay, yeah, you
so
could probably
9
live without
is,
that, I
is
guess.
swallowing and a little bit of taste. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna throw a curveball here. I'm gonna say 12. I want 12.
Okay.
What's that one do?
Okay.
It allows me to like talk and move your tongue and,
Oh, okay.
You
and
kind of need
actually
that
like
for your job now. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's important.
Oh, that
all right?
was a
So-
curve. I did not see that coming. I
Mhm.
thought you were going to
Yeah.
sweep all the
Well,
eye
that's because you don't
ones.
have cranial nerve number 2 or 3.
Mm.
So
Hey, I'm trying to be
Oh.
reasonable here. All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Next, I'm going to go with 5. Sensation to the face. I think it's
Oh,
important.
5 is good.
I think.
5 is good.
Yeah, although you could live without it if you had to. Trigeminal, you
could, it
can,
would-
but it's nice
You
when it
would
works.
end up, without 5, you'd probably end up with pretty horrific blindness relatively quickly because you can't feel your corneas.
Oh,
so
so it
that
is an
would be-
eye thing. Look
Hmm.
at that.
It
I did
is.
not-
everything comes back to eyes with him.
It's, don't quote me on this, but like 90% of the brain is related to eyeballs. All right.
Everybody terms it up differently in the literature, but it's really funny. It does not add up to 100 when you put all the literature together for the different parts of the brain. It's so funny. Yeah.
That's fantastic choice. All right, 5. I did not choose 5 earlier because with enough ocular lubrication, like you could get by without like you could get by without
sensations of
that
the rest of the face. Who cares? Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what does it matter? I
can
don't
live
need
without
to
it.
like feel my face.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. All right. We only have a few left here. I'm gonna go with 8.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
what does he do?
Auditory nerve to
Auditory.
hear. Yep.
Vestibulocochlear.
Okay, that's
So-
important.
Now I can hear, I can see.
Ooh.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Clearly-
but you're dead.
No, not She has 10. That's a very important one. But
hearing is, oh man, yeah. For music, you
Yeah.
gotta have 8. Okay.
yeah, it's great.
So we're getting
It's great.
down to kind of the bench players, I'd say.
That's right.
You know, I'm going to go with 6 for a very neurologist reason. It's
Oh.
really helpful when people have increased pressure in their head. Cranial nerve 6 is very long and thin and very sensitive to increases in pressure in the head and can give us a lot of information. If that nerve doesn't work well, then we might think, ooh, someone has increased pressure in their head. We need to get a CT scan. So for neurologist
true.
reasons, 6, not ophtho reasons.
Ophtho, it's not as important. So the 6th cranial nerve, the abducens nerve, it makes you look.
You had to look that up before this.
I did not. That's my thing. I'm all over that. It allows the eye to abduct, so it look out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, if you did not have the 6th nerve, you'd be extremely esotropic. So your eyes would be
Tunnel
would
vision.
be turned in. Yeah, and so it'd just be really. You could get by. I mean, because people have congenital, absence of
They
cranial
do.
nerve 6, so you can live without it. It's you could probably live a pretty normal life too. It'd just make you'd have to have some pretty strong glasses probably, or some surgeries to fix that. Okay.
Okay.
And
6.
probably
I
some
respect it.
other
I
some
respect it.
other senses might be affected.
Like what? What are you talking
He
about?
Like
glared at her.
what?
I do 6, but the reason you said that is a good point because that's definitely something we use as a sign of increased intracranial pressure.
So for neuro,
yeah,
that's what we care
it's good.
about.
Right.
What you can
All right.
see, you can live with that.
There's only 2 left.
Yeah. Well,
There's only 2 left.
3.
Was there 3 left?
1, 4, and 11.
You didn't even put one on
I
your
didn't even
list.
put one on my list.
Cranial nerves
That's
2 through
how-
12 are intact, right? That's what
That's
we
how
always say.
important it is. I didn't even put
You
one on my
forgot
list.
it existed.
I
You were like,
forgot
"There's 12 of
it
them."
existed. That's right. Exactly.
You know our anatomy
Okay.
professors right now will be so proud of us, right?
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're down to real bench warmers now.
I know. You know what? I guess I will go ahead and just stick with my, the 5 senses strategy that I'm on here, and I'm going to go ahead and take 1. Thank you for reminding me that it existed.
Okay, olfaction,
So-
smelling.
So, I'll take 1. Yeah,
It helps
smell
with
it,
eating.
Smell.
does, it
Exactly.
does.
Also,
Um,
not getting poisoned. You got to
Sure,
be able to
yeah,
detect if
yeah.
something
smell it
is rotting.
Oh, that's right.
Or
That's true. I never thought about that.
That is
Actually,
life-saving.
Like,
It is.
Yeah.
Something is disgusting. That is a
Like rotten
signal
milk
to
and
your
stuff?
body that
Oh,
you
yeah,
should not eat that because
absolutely.
it's poison.
okay.
So that you
All
don't
right.
drink it
So-
first. Yeah.
So I'll take
Okay.
1.
Oh
You
boy,
can-
we're down to 2
Yeah,
that do very
rough.
little. Oh
Mhm.
boy. So
Are these
I'm
like
gonna
the
go,
appendix of the cranial
Yes,
nerves?
Yeah,
the
pretty
real
much.
bench warmer of all bench warmers are 4 and 11. I'm gonna take
Mhm.
11 because I'm starting to do a little bit of exercise now. I joined CrossFit. I'm trying to get into shape.
Hey.
And shrugging of the shoulders with some trapezius
Okay.
muscle action is helpful. Basically, cranial nerve 11
Ah.
really only deals with 2 muscles. I mean, which is kind of
Right.
wild. Like, who designed this, right? The sternocleidomastoid and the trapezius. But
So
for
it turns
working
your
out,
head left, right? It
pretty
turns
much.
your head left and,
And then
right,
some
and then also
shrugging.
And shrugs your
Shrug
shoulders.
your
you
shoulders
need
a little bit.
that when you're kind of lifting some of these heavier weights sometimes. So I'll go with 11 just for CrossFit.
It helps
So,
you not get
do you
run over
think-
by a car.
Yeah, you can like look
Look
and
for
see
traffic
kind of
and
where
left,
the
yeah.
that's
right?
true. Well, if you didn't have cranial nerve 11, would those muscles just atrophy?
They kind of do.
Are
People,
they just?
there's people who roll
just,
around like
wouldn't
this.
have 'em?
Yeah, they use other muscles and kind of compensate. You really wouldn't even
Okay.
know. I've seen it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Which is why it's a bench warmer
It
on
is.
the
They're-
cranial.
like those
of the
people are
cranial
fine.
nerve.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna obviously that leaves me with the dumbest cranial nerve, the one that I, as an ophthalmologist, I don't even know really why it exists, or someone should explain to me why this is even necessary to have as an entire cranial nerve. But I'm gonna go with cranial nerve 4,
Mhm.
which innervates the superior oblique muscle.
That's right.
It's this one little muscle. One tiny muscle. That's all this nerve does, but it gets the status of a cranial nerve, and it basically, does torsion of the eyeball. So, the eye can look up, down, left, right. It also kind of like twists in the socket.
So you can roll your eyes.
Yeah, I mean
That's going to be important for me.
it's
fair.
yeah, that's
Some
true.
people.
That's true. You
I
do a
have to
lot of
live
that.
with him, so
Yeah, that's
So I'm left with 4. All right. So here's our teams. Okay. I got I have 1, 2, 3, and 4,
sure. Yep.
and 8,
8.
and 12. So I get to hear, I get to see, I get to taste,
Yes, that's true.
I get to move my eyes around in almost all different directions, except for right and left. And I get to talk as well.
There we go.
okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and 12. For
All
those
right.
of you playing at home, that's team 1.
That's
right.
team 1. And then so
I got
Dr.
team
Nath
2.
here.
Team 2 is
Okay.
cranial nerve 5 for facial sensation, 6 to look left and right, 7 to chew and move your face, 9 for swallowing, 10 also for swallowing and for some autonomic function, and 11 to shrug your shoulders for CrossFit.
There you go.
All right. So everybody let us know who won. Who's got the best cranial nerve team here, and whatever that means to you.
And why? Tell us all about it.
All right. Well, let's and then we're going to take one more break, and then let's come back and we'll do a couple of fan stories. All right, we are back now with some fan stories. We have Audrey Nath here, as a neurologist extraordinaire. And so let's do this. We got Lois and James, first story. Working in healthcare has its difficulties, but it also has its perks, like our epic "How did you meet?" story.
Ooh,
In
it's a
short,
meet
yeah, it's
cute.
a meet cute.
Ooh.
In short, it was between another woman's legs.
Okay.
Let's explain.
Go on.
I was a midwife. We're both in the UK, looking after a lady in labor. In walked the doctors doing their rounds, including a brand new one on his first day of specialty training. All was good, so off they went, but this new doctor asked if he could stay and watch, as he'd never seen a normal delivery and there was nothing else going on. I wouldn't say it was love at first sight. He irritated me wanting to doctor on my patient who was doing fine on her own. But a few weeks passed and he charmed me by chasing me down the labor ward with his amniotic fluid soaked sock. And boom, we're now 12 years married with 2 kids.
That's what did it for
Okay.
her then.
Amniotic fluids. Yes, fluids in general. Well, it's
In
been
the
a while
socks.
probably since you've had to deal with the joys of
You know, really
Any
just my own
fluids.
kids. At this
Just your
point.
kids,
Just my
right?
own deliveries. Yeah. Wow.
It could meet some
That
interesting
is
people
a
though.
memorable way to meet
That's
someone.
a good way to
though.
meet someone.
Yes.
That's good. All right. Number 2, we have Alex. For background, I am a hand surgeon. A hand surgeon. Did you know
Hand
that hand
surgeon.
surgeons it's like
That is niche.
that's all they do. They
Just hand.
just hands. So we talked about like all the different fellowships you can do. That's I'm sure
That's
one of
one.
them.
What do they start? What's before that?
I think you could do it from
Ortho.
plastic surgery or ortho.
Ortho?
I
Okay.
think there's a couple of ways you can do it. Yeah. On Father's Day 2020, I was slicing potatoes on a
Oh, I
kitchen
don't like where this is going.
on a kitchen
boy.
mandolin slicer. And I was very careful because I know how dangerous slicers are.
That's right. Hand
But then
surgery.
a piece got stuck in the slicer. And while trying to dislodge said piece, I sliced my right index finger. I immediately grabbed it with my other hand,
Mm.
and I didn't want to cause a scene and alarm my husband unnecessarily. So I just quietly went upstairs to the bathroom to assess the damage. I opened my hand and saw a flap of skin and some
Ugh.
glistening white tendon.
Ooh. Ugh.
The tendon. So it was deep enough you could see the tendon. I then started to feel a little woozy, much like Kristen is right now.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I
Which
braced.
nerve is that?
I braced myself against the bathroom counter, but still collapsed to the ground. My husband, who
Oh
had
my
no idea
goodness.
I've been hurt, hears the crash and runs upstairs and finds me on the floor and a good amount of blood all around. I, of course, insist I'm fine, but I sheepishly call my father, who is fortunately also a surgeon,
Oh, wow.
and who
That's
lives
convenient.
nearby. I told him I cut myself, but was hoping to not go to the ER. Could he take a look? He asked if I can drive myself to his office. I say no, and he picks me up. We go to the office. We get all set up. As he starts to unwrap things, I look again. Then I just hear, Al, can you hear me? You look a little green. Why
Oh,
don't you
dear.
lay down? So I did. And he sewed the back of my finger back on. And fortunately, it healed up well, and I am fine.
Oh,
Though I have not used the slicer since then.
Ugh.
I don't think any of us will now.
I think I'm gonna vomit. Oh my goodness. That
It must have been it's particularly hard though, as a hand surgeon, to
Yeah.
have the type of thing that you treat all the time. I think
Yeah.
about that sometimes. Obviously, like you see, like
I'd be like if
certain
you forgot to wear your safety goggles and then something hit you in the eye.
exactly, or else I slept in contacts for
Yeah.
some reason.
Oh, wait, you're not
Or,
supposed to do that? Wait.
Oh God, please don't tell me that.
Uh-oh.
You-
Uh-oh.
I just wear
That's
them
a whole
until
other
they get
podcast.
blurry. And then it's
We're-
like, okay, I should get another one.
Oh boy.
I'm just going to assume you're kidding, and you're.
I
There's
take them-
no
I
way
usually take them
that
out.
you could.
But like, I don't know how many months it's been. It's just after a while, you
Okay.
don't see so good out of one eye.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
right.
You're hurting him.
Okay. I think we should wrap this up. Audrey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
Please
both.
change your contact.
Kristen and Will, this has
Please
been awesome.
take your contacts out
Okay.
when you go to bed at night.
I should go do that.
Well, tell us what do you got going on right now? You said you're writing, so you have time to write.
I
Is
sure
that
do.
correct?
Absolutely.
What are you writing?
So I wrote a short story about a patient experience in residency and what it was like after coming from life as a musician into the hospital and feeling kind of lost. And it was included in a compilation of stories called What We Bring to the Practice of Medicine, Perspectives from Women Physicians, being published by Kent State Press. And
Oh.
it'll come out on April 4th. And I am on Twitter and YouTube, handle at Audrey Nath, MD, PhD.
Awesome. April 4th. That's when it's coming out.
Yeah, so by the time you're hearing
it
this
out.
episode, it is available for purchase.
Woo!
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you. That was so much fun. And again, everybody, let us know who won the game today.
nerves.
All right.
Yes.
Because I really think I have the inside track on that. I'm worried about the cranial nerve 10, though, because that was a good first choice. But
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see.
At least you can smell. Whatever. It's cool.
Audrey, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was great.
She was a lot of fun. That was a fun game
I
too.
finally got to draft some cranial nerves.
I
It's
know
been on
you've
my
been
list.
waiting.
I need
The
we needed
bucket
a,
list
we needed a
item.
neurologist on here so I could have someone that actually like knows more than the 5 or 6 that are associated with the eyeballs.
Yeah.
So it's good. So again, let us know who won, who's got the better cranial nerve team. Obviously, I think it's me, but yeah, don't let that cloud your judgment. Try to be objective with this. There are no stakes for who wins. It's just bragging rights between me and Dr. Nath. So
Yeah.
anyway.
It's true. And definitely check out that book. I think she's our second guest so far that has contributed. So that's
The
sounds like
Practice
a really
of
good one.
Medicine, Perspectives from Women Physicians. Again, that's
what we bring to the practice.
what
of
we bring
medicine.
to the practice of medicine. Perspectives from Women Physicians, available April 4th, 2023. So yeah, definitely check that out. And let us know your thoughts for the episode. There's lots of ways to hit us up here. You can email us, knockknockhi@human-content.com. Visit our social media channels of Instagram, YouTube, TikTok,
Twitter.
You can also hang out with us in our Human Content Podcast family on Instagram and TikTok at Human Content Pods. And thank you to all the listeners who are leaving a lot of feedback, wonderful feedback, awesome reviews, on wherever it is that you leave reviews. We love seeing them. If you subscribe and comment on your favorite podcasting app or on YouTube, we might give you a shout out. Like today, Freckle123 on Apple said, entertaining and educational, fun to listen to, and I learn more stuff about medicine. Probably going to take a CPR class now.
Ooh,
There
yay.
you go.
Yes,
Something
everyone do that.
everyone should do, okay?
Or at least like watch a video on YouTube
Yeah.
about how to do it. You don't have to take the full class if you don't,
Or that one episode of The Office.
something. Learn
something.
CPR.
It's just something. Full episodes are up of this podcast. Full episodes are up every week on my YouTube channel at Glaucomflecken. And we also have Patreon. Lots of cool perks, bonus episodes where we react to medical shows and movies. You can hang out with other members of the Knock Knock High community. We're there, active in it, commenting, posting things. You get early episode access, ad-free episode access, Q&A live stream events, a lot more coming. Patreon.com/Glaucomflecken or go to Glaucomflecken.com. Speaking of Patreon community perks, new member shout out to Karen B. Thank you, Karen. Shout out to all the Jonathans, as always. A virtual head nod to Patrick, Lucia C, Sharon S, Omar, Edward K, Abby H, Stephen G, Roskbox, Jonathan F, Marion W, Mr. Granddaddy, Caitlin C, Brianna L, Dr. J, Chaver W. Patreon Roulette. Shout out. I should say what Patreon Roulette is. People who are the emergency physician level of Patreon, they will have just a random shout out from us. So let's do the roulette drum roll, the snare drum, as best as I can do. Shout out to Betsy H for being a patron. And thank you all for listening. We are your hosts, Will and Kristen Flannery, aka the Glaucomfleckens. Special thanks to our guest today, Dr. Audrey Nath. Our executive producers, Will Flannery, Kristen Flannery, Aaron Corney, Rob Goldman, and Shanti Brook. Our editor and engineer is Jason Portizo. Our music is by Omer Benzvi. To learn about our Knock Knock Highs program disclaimer and ethics policy, submission verification and licensing terms, and HIPAA release terms, you can go to Glaucomflecken.com or reach out to us at knockknockhigh@human-content.com with any questions, concerns, or fun medical puns. I did it all in one breath.
You
Knock Knock
sure
High
did.
is a human content production.
Knock, knock. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching the episode. You can find more on that playlist over there. If you prefer to listen, or you just had your eyes dilated, you can binge full episodes wherever you get your podcasts. Or join the party over on Patreon, where you get early access episodes, hang out with us, get lots of exclusive bonus content. Hope you subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know what you think.